Going to do lots of exercises for your shoulders in this video, so that when you get back to the gym, you're not only very ready to get back on the apparatus and your shoulders are feeling strong and flexible, but they'll hopefully be a bit improved as well. Now, before you do any gymnastics, including these videos, I'm expecting that you have done your warm-up. But first of all, to start the shoulders video, I am going to do some exercises for shoulders that we would quite often do in the warm-up. So don't worry, just do them again because we're really concentrating on the shoulders. So first of all, to get my shoulders moving, I'm going to do just jumping jacks. Great, and circling your arms back, really stretching them out the whole way, stretching them up, making a good effort to really work all the shoulders as much as possible, get all the muscles engaged. Stop at the top and forwards. Same again, really stretching the arms out every direction, working all of those muscles. And one arm across, hand above where your elbow is, and just pulling gently. I'm leaning into that with my shoulder that I'm stretching. Other side. And this time, hand going behind my head so that my elbow's sticking up. Other hand's going to take my elbow and pull it just gently. And again, I'm going to push my shoulder out that way to increase the stretch. Other side. Same again. Other side. Now I'm going to clasp my hands, push them round the other way, up to my ears. Make sure I'm keeping my legs tight, my tummy tight, everything tight. I'm going to stretch my shoulders up, stretch my hands up and away. And then I'm going to stretch them a bit further so they go a bit higher up. And I'm going to follow them right up on my toes, keep stretching up, push, push, push. And I'm going to drop my heels, but leave my hands where they are. Stretch. And relax. Give your arms a shake, shoulders a shimmy. Going to clasp my hands behind my back now. Lock them nice and tight. Push my elbows straight. And lifting my elbows up high. Going to bend my knees. Tip forward and just let the weight of my hands pull my shoulders that way. To try and increase the stretch, I'm going to keep bending my knees so that my chest comes down. And then pushing my legs straight and trying to sink my chest forward. And it's just the weight of gravity pulling my hands forward. Then I'm going to keep them there as I come up and release this way. This is my least favourite one. Sitting with your hands behind you, getting your pinkies to touch. I seem to find that even really hard. Hands flat, pinkies touching. It's as if there's not room for my shoulders then. Moving your bottom as far away as possible from your hands. So it's your shoulders you're stretching. If you start to feel it in your elbows, if you need to make it harder, you can have your, easier, sorry, hands a bit further apart if you're not getting anywhere. So I'm going to stay there and try and wriggle a bit further. And relax. Oh, now I'm going to be really nice to my shoulders. I'm going to give myself a nice tight hug. Stretch out on the diagonal. One arm up, one lower. Really tight hug, so in the hug I'm kind of pulling my shoulder blades in a bit and stretch. Hug and stretch. Hug and stretch. Now in this one I'm going to keep my knees just lightly bent, so I've still got my tight core but my legs aren't tight. They're solid, they're stable, but a wee bit of movement in the knees there. My arms are going to be up at shoulder height, and I'm going to turn looking at the arm behind and then the other side, keeping your arms up at shoulder height. So as I turn, put a wee bit of momentum in it, and this arm gets a bit of a swing and a stretch that way, and I'm looking down the arm at the back. There we go. And flat back. Arms up at your ears. No wider. Bend over. Aiming for that flat back shape. My back's flat, but I need to keep sucking my arms up because they're a bit lower. So trying to help my arms extend that flat back. And relax. And same again, straight up, flat back and hold. There we are. Now I'm going to try, do I fit in the camera? I think I do. Downward dog, so here, got straight legs, straight arms, they're all shoulder width apart. And you can think about pushing your heels towards the ground, but really I'm thinking about pushing my armpits towards the ground or my legs. So the shoulders are really concentrating on today. Pushing down with my hands and pushing in with my armpits. Don't let your legs bend. And while I'm here, I'm going to do some shoulder shrugs. Squeezing my shoulder blades together and pushing right up. Squeeze and push. I'm going to do 20 of them. You can also do them in front support as well. Let's do that. I'm going to go for 10. Not bending elbows. I can think about squeezing my shoulder blades together as well. Keeping everything else tight. There we go. I'm going to have nice wide feet, star shape, and I'm going to touch opposite hand to foot. And I'm quite comfortable with what I'm doing, making sure I'm looking up that arm again, getting a bit of stretch up at the top, that top arm, stretching my shoulder. And if I'm comfortable with that,
you there?
I can start moving it a bit faster.
Wait, what?
Get a bit of momentum to help the
That's
stretch.
What do you have to go for? Just curious.
Alright, now going to kneel down, bottom right down on my feet. I'm going to really engage my core for this one. I don't want an arching back. Keep it nice and tight.
Why'd you have to go so early?
Arms up at your ears, palms facing forwards. Don't clasp your hands together, they're apart, hands forwards.
Yeah, epic.
Really tight core so there's no arch at all. I'm going to push
if you're going.
my arms back, get a stretch there.
So how long will you be? Okay.
There we go. And also going to same position, right down on my knees. I'm going to glue my elbows together and my hands. I'm going to clasp my hands this time. I'm going to kneel up high and push my forearms up as far as they go. So that seems like it would be really easy, but it's a fair bit of work there. So I'm going to do 10 of them up. Stretch, don't let your elbows come apart.
What?
Just as high as you can without your elbows coming apart.
Do you want to play a real match thing or? Okay.
And something that if you haven't been doing while we're off the gym, I would like you to think about starting is with a stick or a rope. It's a good idea to get into your inlos and dislos again. So aiming for inlo and dislo with the hands shoulder width apart. If you're going to make it harder, bring them in closer and closer. Easier, nice and wide. So start nice and wide, and remembering you're looking to go all the way back. Two straight arms all the way forward. So we're not looking for bent arms, and we're not looking for one at a time. So just start as wide as you need to. Really make sure you've warmed up your shoulders and get in the habit of going right down and right down. And this will be great for your bars, your rings, everything. Move my hand a wee bit closer. So every session I'm going to start off fairly easy and then bring it in a bit, and if I keep practicing this regularly I would be able to get closer and closer. So I can really feel that now. My hands are still very far apart, but if I were to do that regularly my hands get a bit closer and closer. So that's a good one to work really whenever you can, and you've got time for a good warm up of your shoulders, aiming for shoulder width.
Stop. I'm in